All right, so if you're running neutral grid bots, you know the feeling, right? You've got that steady trickle of profits when the market is just moving sideways, and it feels great. But there's always that fear, that one big trend that can come out of nowhere and just wipe it all out. Well, today we're going to look at the new brain designed to stop that from happening. This is Venus Radar V3.6, your new AI risk guardian. I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the whole dilemma of grid trading. You're busy collecting all those small, consistent wins, which is awesome, but in the back of your mind, you're constantly watching for that steamroller, that one massive trend that doesn't just erase your gains, but absolutely crushes your grid. And that is precisely the problem Venus Radar is designed to solve. Okay, so to really get how big of a leap forward V3.6 is, we got to take a step back and respect where we came from. The previous version, V3, was what we'll call the old guard. And listen, this wasn't some simple tool. It was an incredibly clever, human-designed rulebook built specifically to try and outsmart a crazy, volatile market. And this right here illustrates the core challenge that the old system was up against. We call it the noise versus lag problem. See, if you use 1-hour data to get your alerts, you've got lag. By the time the signal fires, the damage is already done. But if you switch to 15-minute data to be faster, you get flooded with noise, tons of false alarms from normal market jitters. You're either too slow or you're way too jumpy. So the solution in the old system was genuinely brilliant. They called it high-res stability. What it did was use the speed of the 15-minute data, but then mathematically scaled the indicators by 4. This essentially gave you the super fast reaction time of a 15-minute chart, but with the rock-solid stability of a 1-hour chart. It was like getting the reaction time of a sprinter with the stability of a marathon runner. For a rules-based system, it was a fantastic fix. Another one of its really smart rules was something called the exponential penalty. Just think of it like a rubber band. A small stretch in the price, that's just a little warning. But a really big stretch, that causes the penalty score to just skyrocket, basically screaming at you, stop the grid. This was amazing at telling the difference between normal choppy price action and a truly dangerous breakout. So, you get it. The system was smart. It was definitely effective. But here's the problem. At the end of the day, it was still just a set of fixed rules. And in a market that's alive, constantly changing and evolving, a static rulebook, no matter how clever it is always going to have its limits. It treats every single coin and every market condition with the exact same rigid logic. And this is the question that changes everything. What if the system wasn't just following a static set of rules? What if it could actually watch the market, see the real-world results of its own predictions, and get smarter over time? What if it could adapt? Well, that question leads us directly to the new brain, the V3.6 AI revolution. We're talking about a move away from that static rulebook and into a system that is powered by a true machine learning core. This isn't just a simple update, folks. This is a total paradigm shift. And just to put that shift into perspective for you, the new V3.6 AI is analyzing 11 different dimensions of the market for every single coin, all at the same time. It's literally like having a team of quantitative analysts, each with their own specialty, watching your back 24/7. So what are these dimensions? What is the AI actually looking at? Well, it's tracking real, tangible things happening in the market. It can see when a trend is running out of steam. It can spot the footprints of whales moving in by watching for huge volume surges. And maybe most importantly, it learns the unique personality of each coin, so it knows when a price move is genuinely weird for that specific coin. And here is the most powerful part of all. The AI learns from its own mistakes. It's a process called active learning. Basically, it makes a call, it logs what actually happened in the real world, and if it got it wrong, it goes back and specifically studies that error. It forces itself to learn from the toughest examples, making it way less likely to make that same mistake twice. It's constantly getting smarter. Okay, so what does all this cool advanced tech actually mean for you and for your bots? It's simple. It means you get smarter warnings, which directly translates to safer grids. We're moving from just generic alerts to genuinely tailored intelligence. Let's just break down the difference side by side. The old way, one-size-fits-all rules for everything. The new AI, it learns the unique personality of every single coin. The old alerts were based on fixed thresholds. The new AI dynamically adapts its thresholds based on the market's current volatility. And this is a big one. The old system needed developers to manually update it. The new one learns and evolves all by itself, automatically. So the result of all this is that the AI gets context. It understands that a 30% pump on some random meme coin is, well, just another Tuesday. But a 5% move on Bitcoin? That's a major market event. By tailoring its risk analysis to each specific asset, you get way fewer false alarms and much, much more accurate warnings when it really, truly matters. Now we get to the best part. How do you get access to this incredibly powerful new AI core? This is where the story gets really, really good. You don't have to do a thing, seriously, not a single thing. All of this incredible AI power has already been integrated directly into the simple Telegram alerts you're already familiar with. There are no new apps to download, no new links to click, no settings you have to go and change. It's already active. It is protecting your grids right now as we speak. So let me be perfectly clear. The service is still completely free. It's still delivered right to your Telegram, just like always. The only difference is that the brain behind those alerts is now exponentially more intelligent. We handle all the complexity on our end, so you just get simple, smarter protection. So as you go about your trading, just remember, you're not relying on some static rulebook anymore. You now have an adaptive, self-improving, learning AI watching your back. That is Venus Radar V3.6, your AI risk guardian. Thanks for tuning in.